Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And if you guys have been enjoying these videos, please be sure to do, what you guys see here. Do that to the subscribe button, do that to the like button, and ring the notification bells. Today, we talking about Cabba. And yeah, I missed the days at the early start of this game where this was a full-on meme. Cabba was a full-on meme right from day one of this game. People were already making custom matches about it. I think I did do a video of that custom battle on here. I think there's two versions of it. I think there's one where you fight Cabba, but then there's another where you use Cabba. And during that time, that was when I really got acquainted with some of Cabba's abilities, skills, strengths, weaknesses. Is very interesting because I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they made him more powerful than they probably needed to. So within this game, even more so than his, what I would say his counterpart in this, at least universe wise, and that is Caulifla. I think they made him even better than Caulifla. And one of my starting reasons as to why is because they gave him the Super Saiyan 1 transformation and the Super Saiyan 2 transformation. Now, I think they only gave her like Super Saiyan 2, if I'm correct. I don't know. I feel like I could just go in and check, but I've already started editing this, so I'll go in and check later, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But Caulifla, I'm pretty sure, only has one transformation in this game. And why do I think that is a detriment? That means that you've got less tools in your toolkit. Your arsenal is smaller, your arsenal of attacks, which, sometimes you just get a blast and a rush attack, so how different can it be? But the other thing that can change, which makes a lot more sense, is your skills. And sometimes you get attacks that are just that different. Like in this form, Cabba has, a blast, his Gallic gun, or Vegeta's Gallic gun, whatever you want to call it. Gallic, I forgot what it was called. Some other play on words. And a rush attack for his standard first, special attacks. But then when you transform, you get you get a blast and you get a key spam. Y'all know how I feel about key spam. I think key spam is meh. And then I think for the last one you get, or for a Super Saiyan, I think you get a blast and a rush attack. That's just the way that it goes. And then for your last two forms, when it comes to Super Saiyan 1, for your ultimate you get the Super Gallic gun. And then for the Super Saiyan 2 transformation, you get, I believe it's like Final Stream, which is essentially Final Flash, but it's Cabba's Final Flash. So, gosh, like I like that, honestly. I'm just going off on a tangent here, but I really like it how now, Vegeta's got people that have learned his attacks without him really teaching it to them, but you've got Cabba that uses them, and you've got Trunks. Like watching Trunks use Gallic gun might be one of my favorite things. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at least in the show. But here we have Cabba here, and in here they've got him naming it his own things. As long as it's got Gallic or Final in it, we know where it came from. We know who the originator is. So Cabba's skills, let me get into that discussion. Cabba's skills give you utility, defense. Mostly defense, because I believe, in two of these forms, you've got an explosive wave, or all three, I think. I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank. I always draw a blank right when it matters. I think in each of his forms, you get an explosive wave. So no matter what, Cabba can stop a combo just like that. It doesn't take a whole lot. It only takes 2 skill points. In 2 of these forms, I believe he's got an instant sparking, And in his Super Saiyan form, he's got Wild Sense. So some pretty good defensive skills, and you know, you've got the instant sparking if you really want to go on a full-on assault. That costs 4 skill points, which, you know, sometimes seems a little bit tough to get to, especially with how things just cost so many skill points these days. But it's very useful. Cabba's skills can be very useful. And the thing that I really love is that, as you guys can see right now, hold on a second, we're just, you know, we always got to give somebody a tour of the hyperbolic time chamber. I want to figure out how to like actually like always be able to direct people into there. You know, we're trying to really sell that place. Sorry, I yawned. I'm sorry. Yeah, the hyperbolic time chamber is probably, like, I don't know, like I keep saying, you know, more stages, but then I keep going back to the hyperbolic time chamber. Like the only other place I really go other than here is the Kai planet. That's the only other place you'll probably see me picking, unless it's like sometimes I'll pick a place based on the character that I'm using because I want to, you know, be a little bit more theatrical. But every time I do, I'm just like, oh yeah, the box of this place is kind of small. And I don't like, the one thing that I really get upset about when I'm playing this game is just hitting a wall. I'm just like, why am I hitting this wall right now? This place should be huge. I shouldn't even be at this wall yet. Like the world tournament stage, I understand that one. And even that one can, you know, that one can get bigger if you choose it with no crowd. But for a lot of other stages, you know, they just seem tiny. And for the other stages that have water, you know, that could be kind of awkward. But, you know, it is strategy involved in that too, which is why sometimes I don't mind playing on Planet Namek. Or no, actually no, not even Planet Namek, the islands. I love that stage also. That's a really great stage, in my opinion. It's just aesthetically pleasing. Like it's a really good looking stage. Like if I had to compare the beauty of that stage to something in anime, I would compare, it looks like they took that stage and its appearance from JJK, from when they were in what's his name, Dagon, when they were inside of Dagon's domain expansion. If you guys remember that, and Toji came out the water and stuff, that was actually one of my favorite fights, Toji versus Dagon, because it was a full-on massacre. Anyway, yeah, that's the beauty of that stage, and we could use more stages. I've seen some of the stages and how they do them in the modded section of this game, and one stage that I've seen someone do that really caught my attention was inside of the like the training, the gravity simulator, that pod. Oh man, that's a missed opportunity. That one, I've seen somebody at Beerus's planet. I've seen somebody at King Kai's planet. Like I feel as though with the engine running in this game, that there could have been some way more complex stages. And granted, like I said, I don't want a stage that's too tiny, because hitting the wall all the time gets annoying to the point where you're just like, yeah, I'll just go to the hyperbolic time chamber. And then you get caught on terrain, and terrain makes you do awkward things. It's very interesting. It's such an in-between spot to be at, towards like wanting more variety. But I'd hope that, you know, I think that's what it is. I'm hoping that they're just trying to see what are the pitfalls of the stages that we have now before adding more stages, because I don't know if they can go in and make changes to the stages after they've already been added to the game. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired of yawning. So, what was I saying? Where was I? Oh, yeah, Cabba skills. Because I went way off. Yeah, I mean, that's all I could really say for his skills. His rush chains do change when you transform, and I like the fact that in his base form, he's got the gut check. You know, that's always a very powerful rush chain to have. Trying to remember what it is when he's in the Super Saiyan forms. I can't even remember if I use them or not. But, you know, each one has its utility, which is pretty great. Which brings me into the combat also. When you're in your base form, it's slow. And it should be slow in a lot of cases. It shows the fact that you are, you know, I guess like, you know, changing and your attacks are becoming just as heavy while adding the speed to it. And then another thing with having characters that have transformations, when you are using a character that does have a transformation, you get the benefit of changing your combo rhythm. Now, combo rhythm is a big thing in this game, and the reason why is because that's how people are able to use super counters in a lot of cases by seeing what your combo rhythm looks like. If you can figure out what someone's combo rhythm is, then you'll know what they're going to do at this time, you know, when the right time to put the input in is. And with Cabba's being ever so changing throughout the match, if you're halfway through the match and you just now adjusted to the combo rhythm and then he transforms, next thing you know, Cabba's fighting, he's fighting twice as fast. Now you have to readjust. And maybe it's not twice as fast because, you know, you can easily tell your brain to say, okay, let me go twice as fast and figuring out where exactly to press the button. Maybe it's like that in like a fraction of the speed. So it's a bit harder to really say like that as opposed to saying like, let's say it's 1.72 times faster. I'm a math nerd, so that's kind of showing itself right now. I'm sorry if you hate math out there, but it's just a point of reference. So I like the fact that it gets faster when you do transform because, you know, fast combat to me, it's fun. I find it very fun. That's why I think as far as base level characters go, Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta, and Goku are some of my favorites. As far as the, you know, the 3 health bar characters go, Jiren is very good too, even when he transforms. Even though he gets bigger when he transforms, his combat is still just as fast, if not faster. Goku, UI Goku's is pretty quick. And there was somebody else, I think someone who I recently made a video about. As far as combat speed goes, it's strictly just to the speed of how fast they throw their fists. Oh no, okay. I'm gonna pause from the Cabba talk just to look into this match here. This was the laggiest match I've ever played in this game so far, and I don't know what possessed me to play it again, but if you've ever tried to play a laggy match against a Broly, it's probably one of the most difficult and mind-numbing, brain-smoothening experiences that you'll ever encounter, because Broly, as most of you know, already has hyper armor unless you transform to a form that can hurt him. Now, you're lagging. You're already lagging. And then you have to figure out where he's going to be at in order to hit the appropriate, you know, the brakes on his hyper armor. Like, as you guys can see, like, that's not actually what I wanted to do. Every input looks like it's late and delayed because this lag was insane. So I don't know what made me say, hey, with this laggy connection, I can tell that this guy wants to do a little blast clash, a little beam clash in order to settle this match. Because at this point now, no matter who wins, somebody is going to be done after this beam clash, because look at our health. I mean, if I would have just kept on going and said, nah, forget your beam clash, I'm winning, then, you know, this match would have gone better. But as you guys could imagine, fighting a laggy Broly with his big meaty claws, it's not going to go the way that you think. Like, look at the size of that, first of all. Like, why? I mean, I already know why it's the size that it is, but why did I engage in this? Knowing it's laggy. Like, I'm sure that he probably, I don't know what he did. Maybe he was just better. Maybe I'm making excuses, but look at this. Look at the lag. Oh my God. Now, if you guys are wondering how was I even playing this, I don't know, and I wouldn't be able to tell you. I do not recommend playing like this. Like, the fact that I even got that vanish means that I was really trying to, like, my brain was already starting to adjust to the lag because this was ridiculous. But I could not play the way I wanted to play. So you know what? I'm like, all right, we're gonna try to adjust. We're just going to play to win. And I feel as though, like, somebody in the previous video said that I was getting lag switched. Like, what is, I know that sometimes the lag is a bit too convenient, but what's like a telltale sign that somebody is getting lag, like you're getting lag switched? If anybody wants to drop that in the comment section, I'd really appreciate it. Because man, oh man, this was, you know, it's like at some moments I'm just like even still, even though I'm seeming like I have this under control, I don't have it under control. But even though it seems as though I do, I was struggling a lot. My inputs were so off compared to what it was that I was actually doing in the game. But I'm just being aggressive. I'm like, all right, I don't think this guy's had somebody like really challenge him like this in a while. Especially if he actually is lag switching. I don't think that anybody has really been able to like put up as much of a fight, especially the fact that he's using Broly. And somehow we still managed to win. And y'all know what I said after that. I said I'm not rematching that. I'm not doing this again because I didn't actually mean to press rematch the first time around. But y'all know me, I ain't gonna rage quit because I ain't no quitter. I ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So now we're facing who Cabba views as his master. This is his master. I can't remember if this Vegeta has after image strike or after image. I think he was just using after image a lot in this match here. But back to the whole talk of Cabba. Cabba, he's just, you know, I think it's because they are the skinny Saiyans that can still be pretty powerful, which, you know, goes to show like that's the direction that this show cut. Look at that. Like, he used so many after images to the point where he couldn't even go into sparking anymore. Like, I don't see what was gained. Like, he's spamming the after images as much as he can. And if you guys know me, you know I will take advantage of an after image also if I need to. But I'm not going to lose to someone who is completely just spamming it over and over and over again. And I can tell that he can tell that he's already kind of lost control of this match right here. I'm used to this playing style already. Look at that. Like, I accidentally grab every now and then too, but that's a well done grab. That's a well done follow up, and he's in the dirt. But Cabba's pretty fun to use. Like, you know, he can be a little bit of a nuisance. But he's kind of fast. He's pretty slender. And it's just fun, honestly. Like, sometimes people will judge your upcoming performance based on the character that you're using at the time. So if they see you using someone that does not look all that intimidating, then that's going to affect the way that they play you. They might play you very aggressively because they think they can bully you, but they also might just, you know, they might take it easy on you too. They might just think to themselves, hey, nothing really to worry about here. No real threat detected. That's what ends up happening in these kinds of matches, and you can fully take advantage of such a thing. Just like how I was. He thought just because he's using Vegeta and I'm using Cabba that same master and pupil relationship is established here. And unfortunately, Unfortunately for his back meat, it wasn't. So, and does anybody what is that? Oh, this game never stops making me laugh. I enjoy it so much. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I'm not even just saying that just for the purposes of this either. I genuinely enjoy playing this game. Like sometimes I have to remind myself, I'm like, hey, you're recording a video, and not play for too long, because I will continue to play, especially as I'm trying to really improve at this game. So we try to say, you know, let's finally land an ultimate, but you know, people don't sit still anymore these days, and people want to use their attacks and everything, and they rush straight over, make it real nice and obvious. I'm like, ooh, that's one that I didn't see. Now that's one that Cabba did not learn how to do, was Big Bang Attack. I think that if he would have learned Big Bang Attack, I think that would have really been like a full-on Vegeta kit. Maybe Trunks too. Maybe he needs to learn Big Bang Attack. But I mean, he's got Burning Attack, so you know that's kind of close, right? I think. I would say probably. No? Question mark. Either way, that's just, you know, these are the people that we've got in Vegeta's wake. I think that's pretty cool to, you know, see Vegeta get that kind of respect, because I think he does deserve that type of respect. Vegeta, he's a cool character. I really like, you know, what they did with Vegeta, especially for like the version of him from Super. I don't know how people feel about him from Z or, you know, Super Vegeta, but you know, maybe that'll be the next. Maybe that'll be the next thing I cover. Who knows? Maybe that's just very epic foreshadowing. And people dodge everything. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, but he's got his final flash. He's going to show us how it's supposed to look. He said we're not doing no final stream, and I haven't been streaming, but that's okay because we've got videos incoming. Tries to insult me. I can't even tell which Vegeta this is. I think this is End Z Vegeta right here. And like I said with Cabba's explosive wave, perfect for just ending the game. So nice place to finish off at. That's it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, got something out of it, but I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.